Love's for beginners, ain't no winners. It slips through your fingers, I ain't telling no lies. So F all the drama, F the karma. Just do what you wanna, promise you got time. Be you and keep looking forward. Don't you look backwards and you'll be fine. Come through and say what you need to. Don't let them put you down. Baby, let me tell you what it feels like. Being independent, no trouble inside. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Let me tell you what it feels like. Being no mama, yeah, treat yourself right. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Come get your future, know you wanna. She'll never betray ya, she ain't telling no lies. So break the glass ceiling, find your meaning, make truth out of dreaming, yeah. Baby, let me tell you what it feels like. Being independent, no trouble inside. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Let me tell you what it feels like. Being no one's mama, yeah, to yourself right. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Be you and keep looking forward. Don't you look backwards and you'll be fine. Come through and say what you need to. Don't let them put you down. Baby, let me tell you what it feels like. Being independent, no trouble inside. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Let me tell you what it feels like. Being no one's mama, yeah, to yourself right. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yes, thank you, Church Nelly. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Happy Sunday to everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Rahina, if you've got no sound, try refreshing. Welcome, everyone. Everyone can hear me, right? Or is it just Rahini? One in the chat if you can hear me, folks. Thank you to the mod squad as usual. Carter, I see are you a new member or perhaps rejoining? But thank you. Thank you very much. If anybody wants to become a channel member, here is the link to join right here. So just hit that link and welcome everyone. Not going to be a long podcast today, just a couple of updates and something interesting that happened on Twitter. So yes, as you can see, the England team are coming home. I saw this that popped up. World Cup and Prince Harry shaking hands, not coming home. Yes. It's the bad karma juju, I'm afraid. Until the British press stop being mean to Meghan Markle, England will never win a World Cup. I saw a joke on Twitter saying, in 2024, Archie will play for Team USA and win the scoring, get the winning penalty kick for the USA. Like, imagine, just imagine. Alrighty, let's see who's in the chat then. Hi, Audrey, Joan Commonwealther. Combating Hate. You look like a new account. Don't think I've seen you before. But thank you for coming along and combating hate. That's what we're here for. Yes, light side curses. Them generational curses will follow the England team for as long as Fleet Street continue to be mean to Meghan Markle. Hi, Rita. Hi, Levy. Dolores. Hi, Bonnie. Jasmine P. You said I was tweaking and the music faded away. Anyway, squaddies, have a nice weekend. Yeah, this new music, I hope you like it. It's a song and then it has like a subtle bass fade towards the end. Right. On with the show. First things first, one of the cool things about being in the UK is that I'm on the ground in comparison to some of the other squad accounts who are in the US. So I'm able to see. Sorry, I think my sound went funny a bit. But yeah, I'm able to see some of the tabloids, all the stuff that they're actually printing, the print stuff. So this is the stuff that's in the supermarket at the moment. So these are like the gossipy rag mags. These usually come out, I think, weekly or bi-weekly. You've got one Heat magazine, Meghan. Now everyone knows my truth. You've got Bella magazine saying Harry and Meghan's lonely Christmas. Don't know how they know about that. You've got Yours magazine with Kate on the cover, and then you've got Closer with Marriage Shock, Meghan's agony over Harry Kiss and Tell. So these are the type of stories that they print, and these type of print magazines, I would say that the age range is like maybe 35 and upwards. So just so you get a sense of what people are actually reading and looking at here in the UK. Also, the royal rodents are still freaking out. Here you've got Sarah Vine. She posted this. She said, Celia is much sexier than Meghan. Girl, you're a grown woman. You're a grown woman. Why are we doing this? This is in response to Piers Morgan's tweets about him forgetting him and his wife's anniversary. Camilla Tominey came out from her cave and she wrote this: the royals will only survive if they are anti-woke. A gentle reminder that Camilla Tominey is not only friends with Prince Andrew, she also, when Meghan did the Together cookbook for Grenfell, which raised hundreds of thousands for the Grenfell community, she wrote a hit piece about the women of the Hub Kitchen and tried to link these women who had been through something very traumatic and were doing something for their community to terrorists. And now she's coming out with a very clickbaity, meant to, cause uproar article like this. At the end of the day, the British monarchy resides over many Commonwealth countries. And I would say 80% of the Commonwealth is black and brown people. So how you can write something like this, it's almost as if they don't, well, it's almost as if they do, I feel, don't see the people of the Commonwealth on equal footing to them at all. Because especially with Meghan, this was a chance to welcome a member, a person of color, into an institution that resides over countries that are full of black and brown people. So it's like they want to hang on to the Commonwealth, but they don't actually want to respect the people of the Commonwealth, is what I was trying to get to. Sorry it took so long to get to that point, but that's what I was trying to say. And you got to wonder what the people of the Commonwealth think if they see headlines like this, and what they've been thinking all this time when Meghan has been treated the way she's been treated. You also had this come out in the royal section of the Mirror today. Harry and Meghan are completely out of touch for releasing 6 hours of whining while the UK is in the grip of the cost of living crisis, a royal expert says. A royal expert. All the while, we pay almost 120 million to the royal family to fund them. And that is despite their incredible wealth. And just this year, we had a Jubibi. I don't know how much this year's Jubibi cost, but the last one, was that the platinum one? The ruby one? The sapphire one? That cost, I think it was nearing almost 800 million. Goodness knows where all that money went. But to sit here and say that, Harry and Meghan can't tell their story because of a cost of living crisis in the UK, well, Harry and Meghan are no longer taxpayer funded. And that's the part that they don't want to say. A lot of this fake outrage is to stop people from talking about the fact that Harry and Meghan are no longer taxpayer funded, but we continue to pay for the other royals, including Prince Andrew. So there's that. Okay, let me go to your comments before we continue. Yes, Valerie, Sarah Vine is completely insane. Your friend should be focusing on her own marriage, not the Sussex's marriage, her own. Galloway girl, I've watched the doc a couple of times. Gives me hope after trauma. There is hope. Thank God they found each other. Yes. It's just them really just telling their love story and their side of the story. Why can't they do that? Especially when everybody else has told their story for them. Patience. As for Piers Morgan, that man is about to lose his wife. I've never seen someone so obsessed with someone they hate. I mean, it says something about Celia that she is willing to be so publicly humiliated like this. And, with a husband that seems completely and utterly consumed with another woman. Just on Piers Morgan, though, I came across these two old newspaper headlines. This is a Daily Mirror. So, world exclusive intruder. I was today years old when I found out about this. This is complete news, completely new news to me. So, there was a graduate trainee called Ryan Perry who was hired by the Mirror. Morgan was the lead editor at the time, and he went undercover in Buckingham Palace for 2 months in what the paper described as the biggest royal security scandal ever. What's so interesting about this is that after all this came out, Piers Morgan's defense was that they did the palace a favor. And they exposed how laxed Buckingham Palace's security was. If that was what you were trying to do, then you would have had him go in, spend maximum a day there and get out. And tell the palace, listen, you need to brush up on security. But that's not what he did. He was there for 2 months. He took several private pictures. And it was quite the scandal. I also found this old headline from the Express. Diana should keep quiet. So they haven't changed. Same old, different year, same nonsense. Right, I'll take your comments before we continue. I'm actually going to do a whole video, I think, of Piers Morgan's biggest scandals, because there's quite a lot. And I feel like everybody needs to be reminded. There was the fake Iraqi soldier photos. there was obviously the phone hacking. I still believe that he had a lot to do with phone hacking, even though he lies about it and he got away with it. I believe that there's a lot that's coming out in this upcoming court case. His obsession with Diana, a lot of the dodgy deals that were done while he was editor in politics. If you've watched that documentary I recommended, Star Suckers by Chris Atkins, you learn a little bit more about that. And so I feel like this man, it's like there's a case of karma building behind him, and he will meet karma very soon because she knows everybody's address. Jessica, sounds like Sarah Vine checking out Celia. Oh, oh no. Oh god. Ooh, Jessica. Call it down with a shade, please. Boney, they are deliberately doing it to make people think Harry and Meghan are still getting taxpayers' money. Yes, I think that's what they're attempting to do, and they're not. They're making their own private wealth now. Yes, Benjamin, manufactured controversy by the tabloids. Okay, moving on. Oh gosh, this. So there's this lady called Carol Lieberman. She was on GB News and she claimed that it was the Oprah interview that killed Prince Philip and the Harry and Meghan's other projects and interviews, the cut interview in the Variety. So no, she didn't say that. She just said that, oh, Harry and Meghan's Oprah interview contributed to the Queen's health going down. That's what she said. I don't even believe that either the Queen or Philip saw that interview. And also, these are two elderly people who survived world wars, Nazi Germany, the IRA, Margaret Thatcher, Spanish flu, Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and you're going to claim that they died because of the Oprah interview. Madness. She is actually a registered medical doctor. And if you would like to file a complaint against the madam, you can. I know that several people have. Because how you can go on a television show and say that somebody's family member killed them for doing an interview, I don't know. Like, how are we even here? She also, I think, called Meghan a sociopath and a psychopath and a narcissist. I don't know how you can diagnose someone just from watching an interview. And this is, I think, an insult to her practice as a psychiatrist. So I did have a couple of squaddies contact me and say that they'd filed complaints, and it is just unacceptable. Mina, wait, he was obsessed with Diana too? Yes, he was. He was. I'm gonna get the videos. I'm still searching for them. Like, he did quite a lot of interviews where he talked a lot about Diana. And actually, this upcoming court case, I believe that part of the court case is to do with correspondence, Diana's correspondence, I think letters and perhaps phone calls that were intercepted or illegally obtained. Oh my god, some of your sometimes I see your comments, I'm like, oh my god, I can't put that on the screen and read it out. Sheila, she is a family propaganda recruit against Meghan. Yes, well, speaking of propaganda, Right. Both Netflix trailers that have come out have been flooded with bots and trolls. They all seem to leave this very similar message where it starts with, I love the parts, and then it says something really sarcastic. And thank you to Lightside, who's actually sent me this video. And I posted this on Twitter. But what you see in the video is that on the last trailer that was released, so this is the wedding one, you've got over 800 comments, all of the same nature within 2 minutes, but the video only has about 100 views. So how can you have a video with only 100 views but 800 comments? Doesn't make any sense. Because you would have had to have every single one of those 100 people write 8 comments within 2 minutes of the video going up. And this has happened on all the trailers that have been released for Harry and Meghan's Netflix series. Now there are actually services that you can pay for where you get mass commenting on a video. But whoever has done this, it's so targeted. It's almost like they knew when the trailers were going to drop or something. And Christopher Bouzy did actually respond to my comment. He said, "Hi, Anne. We have been monitoring this inauthentic activity for several days. Hundreds of comments start with, I love the part. We are also observing similar inauthentic activity on several other websites." Now, Christopher Bouzy does feature, but it seems like he's going to be in the second half. He wasn't in the first half. And he also tweeted that the British media should sit this one out because we've been preparing for almost 9 months. So hold on to your seats, folks, because I think that there is a lot coming in the second half. And as far as Christopher Boozy is concerned, he has been monitoring the troll activity for some time. I do think that some of the trolls are going to get called out, the likes of Taz, Yankee Wally. I mean, I think Yankee Wally, she has a criminal record for firearms. And then you also had another YouTuber who was trying to encourage his followers to go after Boozy. I actually think that one of them said something along the lines of, "Oh, you should go shoot Boozy," or something like that, actually threatening his life and his family. So I do think you're going to see a lot of the trolls exposed in the second half as well. And quite possibly, we might come to learn that some of those trolls were linked to the palace. Because I don't know if those of you who've been around long enough, if you remember, one of the journalists from BuzzFeed, she did a feature with one of the trolls, Yankee Wally. And Yankee Wally then leaked some of the correspondence between the two. And in one of the messages, the troll, Yankee Wally, kept on saying, "We should tell Kensington Palace. Send this to Kensington Palace. Let's contact Kensington Palace." Why is this random troll so confident that she can have some kind of link or correspondence with Kensington Palace? That's the question I want answered. And it's long been suspected that perhaps not only is Kensington Palace or someone at the palace, one of the houses, not only are they fueling these troll and bot farms, that they are collaborating with individual trolls, like the big troll accounts, because there are some troll accounts that are huge. And it almost feels like somebody is backing them. So let's wait and see. Right. Juanita, Pierce is obsessed with any woman who is not his wife. It seems like it, whether it's Meghan, Lady Gaga, Madonna. Ariana Grande, who he bullied after she witnessed a terrorist attack. Vile. Yes, Church Nelly. All Rosalie's Kensington Palace. uh this is gonna get interesting. It's Game of Thrones in the social media world. Jackie, the doctor is on the royal payroll. Well, I hope they're paying her well. Because imagine jeopardizing your practice like that. Yes, Patricia, she clearly has no ethics. Okay, what else did I want to mention? Yeah, this was the giant headline, main story in the Daily Mail, because nothing else is going on in the United Kingdom. Just Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan, who don't live in the United Kingdom, is the only thing going on in the United Kingdom. So they posted this headline that was Harry and Will's no way back. I don't know when they're going to get the message that Harry and Meghan don't want to come back. Do we all remember the 12-year review? Sorry, not the 12-year review, the 12-month review. Even though I think as far as the palace is concerned, it is now the 12-year review. It was the 12-month review. Now it's a 12-year review because they're still talking about there's no way back for Harry and Meghan. Oh, and actually, have you noticed how they keep saying um is they only mention Harry when they talk about them coming back. William unlikely to ever make up with Harry, just Harry. Right? And that was always the goal. Isolate Meghan, ruin the marriage. They wanted Harry back, not Meghan and her children. Meghan was always the target. Is Bot Sentinel involved? Likely. Benjamin, people are criticizing Harry for comparing Diana to his mum and favorably disposed individual comment that nobody knows a parent like their child. True, yes. At the end of the day, Harry is Diana's son, so he has the right to talk about his mum, his experiences as a child, and I think most people would agree that it is truly Harry that is Diana's son and seems to take after her the most. He's not the one who was out here calling his mother paranoid. That would be William. LZ, the second half of the docuseries is going to be lit. I think it will be. Call them out. Second half is going to shut it all down. Yes. Indeed. I mean, look at the way they've been acting in response to this one, which is not really bombshell at all. Not towards the royals. This one was mostly focused on the royal experts, the Markle family, and Harry and Meghan's love story. There's nothing bombshell about it. Amy fan, I hope part 2 goes into Kensington Palace's part. Harry will never explicitly say William, but he will point in that direction. I think so as well. I think that's exactly what's going to happen, Himi fan. You've hit the nail on the head. Even the thing with Jason Knopf, I feel like, do you know what they're going to say? They're going to say it was a senior palace, senior member of the palace that gave him permission to leak those texts and emails. But I don't think they're going to name check William. I don't think they will. Even when they're talking about briefing and briefing within the family, I don't think they're going to name check William. It's the same with the thing about Archie's skincare. Everybody knows it's William, right? They're just not going to say his name. SH Knight, because KP is behind these people. Right. I'm actually pretty much done. I only had a few updates for today. Um, so I'll get through your comments and then that'll be all from me. And then we're back tomorrow. Yeah, we should be back tomorrow. Obviously an earlier show because I've got class in the evening. Girl Lewis, imagine how they will react after the next three if they've done this with the first three episodes. Oh my goodness. I mean, 18 pages in the Daily Fail, y'all. We'll probably have the whole. Do you know what they're gonna do for the next three episodes? They'll have a whole. They'll have the Daily Fail, and they'll have a Daily Fail special, which will be like the whole newspaper just talking about this. And honestly, Harry and Meghan um do not need to be this big story in the UK. They don't, especially now with everything that's going on. You know, us the fans can focus on our faves, but they're making this into one big circus and trying to consume everybody into this, trying to get everybody outraged. It's like they're so unhappy that everybody does not hate this couple. And they're trying to go out of their way to get everybody to hate this couple. Like they don't have fans, they do. Thank you so much, Linda Rand, for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. It's probably going to take them 12 years to get to that point. They're going through the 7 stages of grief. So yeah, probably. No, I meant to say 12-month review, but it's now turning into a 12-year review because they can't seem to get over the fact that Harry and Meghan have left. Yes, Miss P talks. William can stay better. And Harry said it himself, right? There's space. I didn't have enough time to actually get the video. I'll get it for tomorrow's podcast. But there's a video from one of these older documentaries where Harry and William are sitting down and Harry says, "Oh, on my first day of school, I thought that my brother would be there and have my back, but you actually just ignored me." Those were his words. You just ignored me. I'll play the video tomorrow in full. But clearly, there was space between these two for some time. They lived very different lives, actually, as young lads. Harry going to the military, spending a lot of time in Africa. And William was being groomed to be king. They had very different social circles, very different interests, because as far as the institution is concerned, they had very different paths and roles to play. So that space was there, that brotherly rift, as the royal experts like to say, has been there for some time. Joyce, they laid the ground in the first 3 episodes for the relationship between the UK press and the royal family and how it works. Yes. And what's astonishing to me is that there isn't more outrage over the fact that you have this Royal Rota press machine that is basically propaganda for the palace. So, as far as the royal family goes, you don't actually have freedom of press. You have a very controlled press and a handful of people that control what is said and written. And even when you do get a scandal written about here and there, it doesn't make the news too much. It tends to be buried very quickly. That should cause a lot more outrage than it should. But I wonder, perhaps for people who do support the monarchy, if it means that this fairy tale is upheld, perhaps they don't actually care. Maybe. Mad World Scammy is going around saying that she helped raise Meghan. Oh gosh. Oh, she helped raise Meghan, and yet she doesn't have a single picture of her with Meghan as a child. She helped raise Meghan, but she changed her name. For a long time, she wasn't even Markle. She only changed her name back to Markle around the time that Meghan started dating Harry. Patience. Next week, Thursday, guys. We better be stronger than ever because I feel it's going to get worse before it gets better. Yes. Honestly, the tabloid press will destroy themselves trying to destroy Harry and Meghan. And it's gotten to the point now where it's just wild. And this is all because the Vipers in grey suits on Fleet Street just can't get over the fact that somebody stood up to them. You have 18 pages in the Daily Fail because the men in grey suits can't get over the fact that these two right here said absolutely not. You don't control me. All right, who's going to get the last word of the day? Black Queen, the gutter price is probably spending the weekend cutting down trees to make more paper to print. They're whining on the next 3 episodes. Well, they're going to have a hard time because it is absolutely blanketed in snow now in the UK. In the last hour, I can see about maybe 4 or 5 inches has fallen, and it's settling quite a lot. Thick with snow. Yes, Valerie, it's now been 3 years since Harry and Meghan left. They're still not over it. Oh, and also, for those of you in the US, what is going on with The View? Why is an American talk show now talking down about Meghan in particular? Because at the end of the day, even if you do like the royal family, and I don't know why you do, if you're American, you stand by your team. You don't stand for the other team. And it's like they've done a complete 360. Now, I wonder if that's because they want to keep access to the other royals. But given what a flop the Boston tour was, why would you want access to people that nobody's interested in? So maybe the US squaddies, tomorrow's podcast, you can enlighten me, but I don't understand what's going on there. Oh, Rahini, The View is owned by Murdoch. Is it? But The View is on ABC, right? Is ABC under Murdoch? Adworld, I believe they're trying to be in the Royals' good graces. Okay, but what? Why would you want to be in the Royals' good graces when they just had a disaster tour? When, anywhere Harry and Meghan is, that's where the cameras are. That's where the attention is. So wouldn't you want to keep in their good graces instead of attacking them? I mean, they don't even have to be horrible to the other royals. I'm not saying that, but they can at least just stay neutral, right? They don't seem to be doing that. Jessica, The View speakers have been bought at a price. Like the devil paid them well. All right. I'm going to let you all go now. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Wishing you all a fabulous week. And yeah, let's buckle up. Second half, it's going to be interesting. All right, later, everyone. Ciao.
Love's for beginners, ain't no winners. It slips through your fingers. I ain't telling no lies. So F all the drama, F the karma. Just do what you wanna. Promise you got time. Be you and keep looking forward. backwards and you'll be fine. Come through and say what you need to. Don't let them put you down. Baby, let me tell you what it feels like. Being independent, no trouble inside. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Let me tell you what it feels like. Being no mama, yeah, treat yourself right. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Come get your future. Know you wanna, she'll never betray ya. She ain't telling no lies. So break the glass ceiling. Find your meaning, make truth out of dreaming. Yeah. Baby, let me tell you what it feels like. Being independent, no trouble inside. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Let me tell you what it feels like. Being no mama, yeah, treat yourself right. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Be you and keep looking forward. Don't you look backwards and you'll be fine. Come through and say what you need to. Don't let them put you down. Baby, let me tell you what it feels like. Being independent, no trouble inside. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Let me tell you what it feels like. Being no mama, yeah, treat yourself right. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life.
Question: did you get a chance to meet with the royal family? And if not, how was it like having them there in the building?
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph?
The Prince and Princess of Wales.
Oh, no, I did not. I'm only familiar with one royal family. I don't know too much about that one.